JC here for the first episode of T-Shirt Tuesday. I'm actually going to show two T-shirts on this episode and talk about the album and the tour. So this is one of my Danzig 4 shirts. This is the yin yang design, which is on the gatefold of the vinyl and the insert to the CD. On the back, it says Danzig 4P, which is the name of the album. And then the other T-shirt I have, which is a little bit more offensive, is the Little Whip T-shirt, which, you know, is not the most family-friendly of images, with the tour dates on the back. So, I was Danzig fan, OG, Misfits fan, discovered the Misfits mid-'80s, huge Danzig fan, way before 1994, where they really broke. And you know, I remember buying the first 3 Danzig albums and being such a huge fan and nobody really knowing who they were. And then when Thrall, Demon Sweat came out and they blew up, they had a whole new fan base. And then they released Danzig 4, which I have my OG copy right here, and the repress that came out last year, which sounds incredible. And I was so excited for Danzig 4. And back then, we didn't have the internet, so we didn't know when it was coming out. We'd just go to the record store every single week and be like, did the new Danzig come out? And I will tell you, from the jump, I loved this album. And, you know, I would debate with people because it is, to this day, Danzig 4 #2 and Danzig 2 are back and forth to my favorite Danzig album. And the second half of this Danzig album to me is pure perfection. And a lot of times when I would tell people that Danzig 4 was my favorite album, they would assume that I had jumped on board after Thrall, Demon Sweat. And when I explained to them, no, man, I was there since the beginning, a lot of people were really shocked because the first 3 Danzig records tend to be most people's favorite. But I just love songs like Bringer of Death, Brand New God. I absolutely love Stalker Song, one of my favorites. I Don't Mind the Pain. Like every single song off this, except for maybe Sadistical, which is that one with the whipping sound, could easily be in my top 50 Danzig songs. And most of them in my top 20. So overall, I absolutely love this album. The tour was incredible. The tour had some of the coolest Danzig shirts. They had the Little Whip shirt. They had the Yin Yang shirt. They had the shirt with this image on it, like kind of going down. The Yin Yang was actually long sleeve, which was really cool. To me personally, the merch at Danzig 4 was one of the best. Until the last tour where I saw where they repressed a lot of these images, like the God Don't Like It shirt and things like that. So, I mean, for a long time, I felt like Danzig never had as great a merch as he did on Danzig 4. That tour was awesome, an awesome merch tour. The tour was incredible, except that no Chuck Biscuits, Joey C. from Queens of the Stone Age, he was the drummer. And a lot of people, I had known about it because I was such a Danzig fanatic, but a lot of people that were there, I was in front row, were like, oh, I can't wait to see Chuck Biscuits. And I had to break it to him, man. Chuck Biscuits no longer in the band. It's Joey C. And so a lot of people got, you know, disappointed. The opening act was Typo Negative for the Bloody Kisses tour. So think about that. Typo Negative, Glenn Danzig. They played the Strand in Providence, Rhode Island. I was in front row, and it was incredible. So here we go. First episode of T-Shirt Tuesday, talking about Danzig 4. I think I'm going to, if you guys enjoy this series, I will do a Whitesnake. I can do Rat. I can do Metallica. There's so many that I could do. But, you know, I figured I'd kick it off with one of my favorite artists, Glenn Danzig. All right, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this first episode of T-Shirt Tuesday.